Pride in northwestern Pennsylvania. People are proud of their communities and proud of their hometown history.
And that is definitely the case in a small town in Crawford County. Our John Last took a visit there for this edition of The Last Word.
Those who are longtime viewers of The Last Word know that I love local history. And let me tell you, I was excited and curious to be invited here to the borough of Venango in Crawford County. The reason I'm so excited and curious is that Venango currently has 210 citizens. The largest population ever recorded in Venango was 359 people in 1950. However, this small town has a newly opened museum. I can't wait to learn about the history of Venango, PA. It all started in 1797 with this man, Philip Straw, Venango's first settler. Naturally, he named the community Strawville after himself. He was the first one.
The very first one here.
Near Straw's picture at the museum is this Bible, dated 1813. Beth Knaler is a member of the Venango Historical Committee. She bought the Bible at a book sale in Meadville several years ago, not knowing she would ever become a curator at the museum.
So I just happened to pick that book up, brought it home, realized it was actually a Bible, and it belonged to a Philip Straw.
Another wall in the museum is devoted to a man named John Kleckner. He was a businessman who had the town surveyed in 1838. The survey map hangs on the wall near Kleckner's picture. Kleckner had some clout. The town was renamed Klecknerville during that survey, but not for very long. It was renamed again in 1852.
Eventually, the town had to be called a different name because we found out that in Pennsylvania there was another Klecknerville. So now it's called Venango.
Here's the deed given to John Kleckner for the purchase of some land. Here's the original sign that hung outside the office of Dr. Clark, a beloved physician in town in the late 1800s. Dr. Clark's daughter, Bessie, was a member of a social club for women in Venango called the Black Cat Club. The club had a few rules every member had to follow.
One of which is, I find amusing, where that if anybody made eyes at somebody's husband or sweetheart, they were immediately expelled.
Most of this history was in storage for many years until the committee opened the museum over Memorial Day weekend. Citizens are already enjoying what the museum has to offer.
And whenever they come, they're totally engrossed in what we've accomplished and kind of reliving their past growing up in Venango.
With The Last Word at the Venango Borough History Museum, John Last, Erie News Now.
That's a nice museum. They did a great job.
Sure, a lot of work went into that for sure.
Yes, and that museum is located inside the Venango Borough building. It is open every Wednesday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And the committee is always looking for new donations. We'll be right back.